sadly, or maybe not, depending on if you're tired of watching this series, we are at the end of this series. This is the 5th video of the series, and I did get the second part of the order, so we're gonna get right into it. Maybe. Okay, so I was being a little bit sarcastic when I said maybe we'll get into it, because this is one side of the box. This and this is another side of the box. We've got all this here. So I'm hoping we will be okay. Just getting the knife. I'm hoping we'll be okay with everything that's in here, because this box does look a little bit beat up. Luckily, Midtown does put a lot of padding in there. They do fill the boxes up with a lot of bubble wrap. So yeah, so you can see how much bubble wrap there is. I don't know. To me, it's just, I honestly don't understand how like these shipping companies can operate like that. So we could take a look. I mean, you can see in the top, barely. I mean, I don't have that much room on the camera, but we do have this thick bubble wrap on, you know, all around the sides. So we'll see. Okay, so like normal, we have 2 packets of books. We're just gonna do all of them right now, because I don't think I could do another series, like another video to this series. So we'll take this. I'm gonna switch over. I'm already on the screen. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Wrong screen. So yeah, we'll switch. We'll do that. Yeah. And so I've said this in one or more of the other videos. These are mostly duplicates of some of the books I already ordered in the first order. So what had happened was, on Wednesday, when the website finally updated and you were able to see what the sale was and do all the things and everything like that, I went through. You know, I rushed through to make sure that I got the books that I wanted to get, because, you know, 75% off, a lot of these books could just go gone real quick. So I went through everything, and I forgot to change the quantity settings. You know, normally what I'll do is I'll put the books all in there, and then I'll set the quantity to like 5, just to get as many as I can. So but I didn't do that. I just got one of everything. And as you saw, you know, sometimes I got one fine, one very fine, but never, I never, you know, changed the quantity. So that's where we are. Most of these books are going to be the extra quantities. So this should be a little bit quicker than the other ones. So first off, we've got another copy of Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 4. I mean, I guess we could go through it a little bit at this point, because some people might not have seen the other ones, so maybe we won't rush through it. Yeah, maybe I won't rush through it that quickly, but yeah. So Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 4. This is the big one. Let's see. Control F on my Midtown Comics, Crisis. So this one I paid, we only have one of these. I paid $1.47 for them, or It. This is the first appearance of Lady Quark, first appearance of Dr. Light, Kimio Hoshi, that one. First appearance of Lord Volt, second appearance of John Constantine, and the third cameo appearance of the Anti-Monitor. And if you didn't see any of the other videos, I'm sitting here like, why in the hell does the Anti-Monitor have 4 cameo appearances? It just makes no sense to me. And also the death of the Monitor are in this one. Then we go... Amazing Spider-Man number 256. It's a newsstand. I don't think it was designated as that on the, no, it just says 256 cover A. It's a fine, paid $5 for it. This is the first appearance of the Puma. I drew a blank. I couldn't remember, with this and 257. 257 is Ned Leeds becomes Hobgoblin. This is the first appearance of the Puma. So this being the book, that's not just a $2 book. We'll take a look at this. And so we can see top edge, nice, very nice. Looks like the spine might have some damage, but we look at the outside edge, nice, sharp corners. Back of the book, have a little bit of damage up top. Looks like a little bit of a tear right there. No tear. So that on the back cover is just a scrape or something, but it's not a tear. So don't know what that is. But like I said, the rest of the book looks pretty nice. It looks like there's a bunch of spine ticks on here at first glance. Maybe I was wrong. The bottom of the spine looks pretty good on the front. So yeah, we do have a couple here, light, very light. Couple staple tears, very light again, and another couple ticks over here. So overall, again, it's a fine. I'm okay with it. Page quality, off-white, not brown, but not white. So I'm okay, yeah. I'm okay with this one. And, especially for a newsstand. So like that one. I thought I had more of those. Then we've got Batman, which one is this? 429, part of the Death in the Family. This is the last of the series. And this is also a fine. This one I paid $5 for also. Let's check out that spine because it is solid black. And okay, so there's one there, couple light ones there. That's the top staple. Overall, for 4 very, very faint spine ticks, nothing really serious. The rest of the cover is very, very clean. I mean, it's a black book. There's a lot that could go wrong on this. So I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Cannot complain. So, not a fan of these bags and board combinations, just because you could see the book really doesn't have that much space. Like, you could see there's very little space on the outside. Yeah, I just wish they would use some wider bags and boards so that the books had more protection on the sides. Okay, then we've got another couple of, well, all right. So we've got 2 more copies of Batman number 442. This is the first time, or the first appearance of Tim Drake being Robin. Give me 1 second real quick, because the light is a little bit much. All right. So yeah, this is the first time Tim Drake becomes Robin. 436. I think I might have one in here. Or 2, I don't know. So here's 2 442s in a fine. And I paid $370. Wait. Three. I have three 442s. Wait. Wait. Okay. Let's try this again. This is what I was talking about in the beginning. Okay, so fine, very fine, very fine. Okay. Three Batman number 442 in a fine that I paid $3.75 each for. Then we have two Batman 442s in a very fine, which I paid $5 each for. So yeah, the very fines look okay. So it looks like there's something, but they're equal. Like you have this and then you have this up here. So it looks like the same exact line on the books, which is kind of interesting because the fines, none of them have that. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like part of a print run or something that did this. I'm not sure. But I'm going to open up one of these fines, especially this one, because this one's weird. This one is in a bag with the label on the back. Yeah, I'm just going to open this and see what on earth is going on with this. This just seems weird. So this is the bag with the label was in the bag with the board. I'm just curious. So we'll take a look, see what's. I mean, if this is a fine, I mean, again, this is a dark cover. So we have a little bit of an overhang, it looks like, on the cover, which that's what this part is right here that you're seeing, that kind of like a fold. It's not really a fold, it's just an overhang, which is okay. It can be taken care of, but look how clean this is. Like, this book is really clean. The back of it, we have a little bit of dirt over here. Maybe a little bit of dirt right there, but for the most part, it's like this. I'm okay with it. What I like, I mean, $3.75 is not bad. So I'm just hoping that the very fines, $5, are going to be, even better than that. Then we've got, this is the one that scares me. Mighty Thor, number 338. There you go. Focused in on that. 338. It's a fine. It's a newsstand. In the second video, we opened up one of these as well. I think it cost like $8.75. $6.25. It was very, very bad. I mean, I have it right here. So this is the one that we already opened. This is the one that I just got. So the one that we already opened in the second video, I'm going to show you why I'm scared. Because this is a newsstand also. But this is what was there. And that's not the back cover. That's the back cover, and the last page has that same tear taken out of it. So that's why I said this is the one I'm scared about opening, because I don't know if it has the same thing. But, for $6.25, it is intact. The book is intact. The front of it is intact. The interior is pretty nice. It's got some, I mean, I guess you could call it white pages. I'd call it white pages, potentially, maybe off-white. So that's good. When you look at the cover itself, it's really clean. Nothing screams out, oh my God, so 50, one for two, 50% on this book. There is, don't know if you'll be able to see it, like you can see a little bit in that reflection, like right there, there's a dent. Doesn't break color. So, you know, that's, I mean, if that's the worst of it, I'm not going to complain. So we've got that. At least that one came out. Then we've got number 339, Thor, number 339. First appearance of Stormbreaker right there. This is the second book that I have of this one. And this is also 375. So, okay, good with that one. We've got X-Men number 169. This is the first appearance of 3 of the Morlocks. I don't remember which ones, but more importantly, first appearance of Callisto. This one also, I ordered 1 copy. So the one we have now is is a direct copy. The one I ordered before is a newsstand, and the newsstand also from the same, you know, the same opening. This one had a tear at the corner over here. Now that's not a bindery tear. That's like literally it's torn and folded. And you can see down here, well, you were able to see down there before it refocused. Yeah, see, it got crunched and torn up there. So this one I'm also going to send back to them and tell them, hey, look, you know, we looked it up in the last video. We did the research together. I think I don't even remember, to be honest, which video we looked at. One of the videos, so go watch them all. Go watch the whole series from start to finish, because we did look at the Midtown Comics website together, and we saw that there was no tears mentioned outside of the good category. So, you know, with these being fine, and even this one being a very fine, the X-Men 169 newsstand, I don't agree that those should be, that should have to pay for them. So now we're going to look at the X-Men 169 in the direct copy. So the back, a little dirty. We've got some dirt. We got some spray, overspray. This corner is here, I think. It looks like it's here. But, oh, it's stained on there. So that's not even dirt. That's a stain. And this corner is there, but it's folded over and it's dirty. It's stained also. So, again, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I will have to look at their description of their grading, because I mean, it does reflect color pretty well. You can see the light reflecting in there. Not as great as, you know, you would like, but it is pretty nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to look at their qualifications and the gradings, because again, I don't know where staining falls on that scale. So this we're gonna put on the side. Well, we'll just put them all together. Okay, then we've got Amazing, Spectacular Spider-Man number 81. I don't know why I bought this one. Is this? I don't think this is the first or second or the third appearance of Cloak and Dagger. I think I bought it because it was just cheap. 95 cents. So it says I bought 2 of them. None of them are here. So, okay, well, here's one. Spectacular Spider-Man number 81 for 95 cents in a fine. Then we've got X-Men number 190 in a newsstand in a fine. You can see 190. This one is $1.60 I paid for this. No. Yes, $1.60 I paid for this. Then we've got another copy, which I've already purchased, which I already have from another video. Uncanny X-Men number 191 in a newsstand. This is the first appearance of oh my god, I'm drawing a blank and it's so stupid. The freaking Sentinel from the future that comes back with Fitzroy. Why am I drawing a blank? Jesus. wow, this is bad. Nimrod. Thank you, Nimrod. I mean, it's literally, you know, it's a name, it's a derogatory name that people call another, you know, call other people. I mean, yeah, that's just brain fry on my part. Okay, so so far looking at the back, it looks pretty clean. I'm going to turn the, you know, fix the lights again because it's got a little bit cloudy now. That's the problem with this room. This room has a light over here. The window is over here. And, you know, when the clouds come, it does affect that. So, yeah, I just have to deal with it because I have nowhere else to record. So we see that we have a little bit of a miswrap, but the rest of the back was fine. The front looks really sharp. The top edge, front corner, you know, top corner looks really nice. The rest of the edge doesn't look like anything. The bottom corner looks sharp. Bottom spine looks sharp. No dirt in the newsstand box. The rest of the, yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit of dirt down here, like up here, but that could be cleaned up. So honestly, very happy with this one. I paid $5 even for this one as well. So I cannot complain about, oopsie, can't complain about this book. Very happy with that one. Next up is 2 copies of X-Men 193, first official in-universe appearance of Firestar. Both of these are fines. Both of these cost $8.75. No, $6.25 for these two. They both have a little bit of a stacking curl. One of them is a little bit miscut. You could see that the black bar from whatever was above it is there. Let's see. So on this one, we can see the black line goes straight down the spine on the outside, so that's good. But on this one, little bit, you know, rolling towards the front. Nothing too terrible, but again, it's in a fine. That's something that we can accept. Okay with that. Now, this is the one that was $8.75. This is a very fine. And I'm supposed to have 2 of these, so the other one must be in the other package. Well, the other package being down here. You know, this one, take a look at. See. Okay, so the back is nice and white. So this is what I'm looking for, this white. A very clear delineation between the white back and the yellowish inset from the Star Comics advertisement. On the one, was it 1 or 2 that I bought in the other pack, on one of the other videos, the back looked kind of yellow. So we now know that the book should be nice and white on all sides, except for down here. This should also be the same yellow that we have on the back. But I mean, this book is definitely better than a very fine. Definitely better. And all 3 of these are direct copies. So we have 1 more book in the first half, and 2 more books. First one is New Mutants number 92. Don't know why I bought this one either. I don't think this is a key either. New Mutants 92. Nope, not a key. So I probably bought it because it was like 75 cents or something. $1.30. Okay, well, I bought a New Mutants newsstand book for $1.30 with a cool scroll on the cover. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Then we've got New Mutants number 1 newsstand in a fine. This probably cost me $5. Yes, cost me $5. Second one that I bought, like I said, most of these books are the multiples. The The New Mutants 92 is probably the first one that it's probably just something I added by accident when I was making the second order. The Amazing Spider-Man 256 is the only one that I know of that this one is one that I did not have in the first order or, the first part of the series. So that's the first half. Let's just burn through this package because, again, it should be books that we've already seen, just, second and third copies, unless... Oh, there's some Star Wars in here that I think are not duplicates. I saw that while I was scrolling through the prices that I paid. Okay, so we've got another Crisis on Infinite Earths number 9. This is the official Guy Gardner officially becomes a Green Lantern. There was something else. Somebody died, I think. And this one I paid $1.47 for. Then we have the other. Wait a second. Wait. How many of these am I supposed to have? 193. I'm supposed to have 3 and 2. Okay. So I'm supposed to have 3 of the fines. So here's the third fine. And then there should be another very... Oh, no. Wait. Oh, wait. What did I do? Okay. I messed up. I had 2 very fines and 1 fine from the first half of the package. So here we have 2 fines. All right. And this is why I was mentioning the coloring before, because we can see it on this fine copy. See, it looks a little bit like, I don't know, a little bit not bright white up there. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Because looking at just the, if I look at them like all next to each other, I mean, and of course you are looking at them through a book, through a bag, but see the one in here definitely looks a lot whiter than this one does. And this is through a bag. So that's what I was talking about with the coloring. But again, for $3.75, first appearance of Firestar, and none of these have tears or chunks missing or, bends or anything. Like, I'm okay. Then we've got the second copy of Uncanny number 190, which is not a key. I don't believe it's a key. Pretty sure it's not, which is not, but this one's a very fine. And so the fine was $1.60. The very fine is $2.27. So even for $2.27, I'm okay. Then we've got Crisis on Infinite Earths number 3. If you watched whichever video it was that I had a bunch of these, I pretty much ordered the whole set. So this is number 3. This is a second copy of the fine. I think this was also $1.47. And number 3 was $1.47 also. So as I was saying, I have already received the entire the whole series. I've received at least 1 in, and many of these I've already ordered duplicates of, so I can have a second run. The only one that I know of off the top of my head that I don't have a second copy of is number 8. That's a Barry Allen. That one I only got 1. And it's not in here either. So we've got that. Number 3 is just a second cameo appearance of the Anti-Monitor. I'm not going to harp on that anymore. Next one is Superman number 423. There you go, 423 in a fine. This I think I paid $5 for. This is the Alan Moore Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow Part 1. Yeah, $5. And this one, can't tell. Yeah, so we have a tear up here
And then we have a crease up here and another crease up here. So yeah, I'll take a look at that later. Just hopefully that's not a really big tear. All right, then we've got, oh, this is a duplicate. Star Wars number 50, new stand. This is not a key, I don't think. One of them is a key that I have here. Okay, no, this was the key. This is the first appearance of IG-88, which is an android bounty hunter. Never heard of it. Also cameos of Dengar, Bosk, and Forlam. I honestly have absolutely no idea who any of those characters are. But looks like it's in shape. I mean, intact. So we could see it's an ugly brown cover, but it's pretty good shape for a fine. The top corner here is folded over a little bit. So if I can open up, so see, there it is. So now you have the corner back. It's just folded over a little bit. This little bit of a miswrap, so the back cover comes over to the front. But the biggest issue is just all the dirt on the back. It's got some dirt, nothing too terrible. Actually, maybe this is probably the worst part, is the page color. If that's the worst part of the book, then you know you've got a really good deal from buying a fine. This book was $5. Then we've got, I hate when I do that, another copy of Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man number 81, which I have no idea why I bought it. Another copy of Crisis on Infinite Earths number 5, regular copy. I think I paid $1.47 for this one as well. Crisis on Infinite Earths number 5, $1.47. This one is the 4th cameo of the blah, blah, blah. Don't care about number of cameos. Then we've got Crisis number 11. This is a very fine. I paid, oh, that's at the top, $2.20 for this one in the very fine. You can see it's nice and white. We like white covers that are white. This is just book 11. There's no significant other keys to that. Then we've got 12, which looks a little bit worse for wear. 12 in a fine. So we just look at the top. We can see over here a little bit worse for wear. And again, this is why I'm like, you could see the bag like on this side. The book is at the corner, like at the side of the board, and then over here, if you can see, it's already at the side of the board. It's almost as if the board is the exact same size of the book, which means that there's no protection on the sides at all. And we've got that nice dog ear at the bottom corner, and the pages actually look brown on the inside, but you can never tell. So first book that I'm not totally happy with. But again, I paid $2.50 for this one because it's the finale. Or not the finale. So that's the one with the death of the Anti-Monitor, the death of Dove. Okay, these people died. Anti-Monitor, Dove, Robin, Green Arrow, Huntress, and Clayface. All of them died. So, yeah. So this is the first one that I'm not very happy with in this order, or this part of the order. But, hey, one out of this, I think there's 36 total books in here. So I'm 1 out of 36 in disappointment. That's a ratio I'm willing to live with. Next up is Batman 405. In a fine, we could see right here, there's a spine tick. Other than that, I really don't see anything. Oh, wait. Yeah, we do have right here, slight staple tearing, it looks like. Nothing too terribly big. This is, I think this is Batman Year 1, the first part of Year 1, if I'm remembering correctly.
And I paid $6.25 for this one. Okay. Oh, yeah. First appearance of Sarah Essen and the first appearance of Carmine Falcone. And then they also throw in there the first appearance of Officer Stanley Merkel in mainstream universe. He was in the Dark Knight Returns, but yeah, for me, I bought this because it's the Sarah Essen and Carmine Falcone. Those are much more known characters in Batman universe. So the back we can see slight miswrap. The front is coming over on the top, but not on the bottom as much. But we could also see, I mean, the edge is really nice. The corners are sharp. Nothing down the edge. We have no tearing. Nice sharp corner there. And we already looked at the spine, but you know, much closer look. We have that one spine tick. And then we got two little ones right there. This is the big one. These two are very, very small. So, you know, I thought I felt a fold on there. But yeah, so maybe $6.25 is a little much, but you know, sometimes we make mistakes. Then we've got 406. I've got two of these, two copies of 406. Both of them are very fine. Both of them are direct copies. $3.75 each, and this is part 3 of year 1. So that was part 2 of year 1, the one that we just saw. Then we've got Star Wars number 47. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? I feel like I'm missing a Batman book. Maybe I didn't get the James Gordon Jr. I just thought I did. There's also something here that I have to check on. Did we get this? Oh, yeah, we did get Batman 429. I forgot. Okay, so here's Star Wars number 47 in a fine. This one, 47. This one cost me $2.72. Star Wars 47. First appearance of Kligson, a cyborg who oversaw a droid army. No idea who that is. This is a direct copy, $2.72. You know, so this was from 1981, so it's Bronze Age. Then we've got Star Wars number 32, and this one definitely is a fine. This one is not a key. I feel like we looked at this one already, but you can see right there, we've got a couple of creases in the corner. But, you know, we've got that there. But the rest of the book, it looks nice. It's a newsstand. So this one, what did I say? 32. 32 is $2.72 also. And it also looks like just a little bit dirty in here as well. Maybe you could, you know, use a little bit of a scrubby scrub down. And I want to kick myself for even saying that. Then we've got Crisis on Infinite Earths number 6 in a fine, and I paid $2.50 for that. And this one is first appearance of, okay, this is the first appearance of the Charlton characters in DC. So that's Captain Atom, Judo Master, Nightshade, Peacemaker, Question, and Thunderbolt. Also the first cover appearance and full appearance of Anti-Monitor, and first appearance of Yolanda Montez as Wildcat. So for $2.50, number 6, that's the second one I have. I think it's like my 3rd or 4th copy in general. So to wrap up, out of these 36 books, one I was disappointed in, and I wouldn't even say disappointed. You know, we've got the Uncanny X-Men number 169. You know, we've got a little bit of a tear down there. Plus, the stain on the back. I mean, I'm disappointed because I wanted this book, you know. So now I ordered 2 of them, and both of them are not as described. They're, you know, damaged. So I'm gonna try to get rid of those. But 1 out of 36. Let's just run the number and see what percentage that is. 1 divided by 36. That's 2.7%. I will take 2.7% disappointment on any comic book order, especially like when you're doing 36 in one shot, or, you know, if we're running the numbers on the other one was like 105 or 106, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 out of 100, 10 out of 106. So that's like 10%, 8%, 9%, 9.4%. So even at 9.4%, and realistically, we could take one of them out because it, you know, one of the books that I got is in great condition, but it's a reprint and it did not designate that on the thing. So I'm not really worried, you know, I'm not concerned about the quality of that. So if we do 9 divided by 106, so 8.5%. So in total, we've got 9 out of 141. 6% of the books, 6.4% of the books that I received throughout the series were damaged to the point of not being as described. 6.4% is a very good, you know, dissatisfaction rate when you compare it to some of the other stores. If you've watched my Gmart review, where the one and only time I ordered from them, everything was damaged, and their response was, well, we're collectors, we don't grade. And I was like, okay, great. I'm never going to trust you again, so I'm never going to shop there. And all the orders that you've seen me open from Nucadia, where, you know, we got half of them that are damaged, or I want to say damaged, just not as described. So this was an absolute success. I'm over the moon, satisfied with this. I'm a little bit sad that, you know, 2 of the books that I really wanted were not in the condition that they were supposed to be. So like I said, we have, what did I do? Oh, here it is. I almost lost it. So just to recap real quick, 2 of the X-Men 169, first appearance of Callisto and the Morlocks, those were not as described. I was kind of sad about that. The Thor number 338, second appearance of Beta Ray Bill, that was totally torn apart on the back. I was very disturbed with that one. One of the Crisis on Infinite Earths number 3 really wasn't that disappointed. Amazing Spider-Man number 335 had a tear in it. Really wasn't that disappointed in there. Uncanny X-Men 189 and one of the 190s, not really disappointed. 165, I was kind of disappointed in this one. You know, kind of, you know, not too terribly much, but a little bit. Then we have 143, Uncanny X-Men 143. This one had a tear in it. This was the final collaboration between John Byrne and Chris Claremont. This one I was disappointed in. And then this one, 213, Uncanny X-Men. So you can see 213. This was a newsstand even. And I'll show you why this one is going back. Because of this. So, you know, like I said, this is not me nitpicking or anything like that. This is me taking books that have tears in them or chunks missing and sending them, or trying to send them back under the premise of, hey, your grading system does not say anything about tears being acceptable in fine or very fine, which these all are. I only order fines and very fines. So that's it. You know, go back and watch the first 4 videos. There's, you know, we have a lot of really cool books that came through, a lot of books that you know, are like, oh my God, there's no way that's a fine. That thing looks like it's in perfect condition. You know, go watch, leave comments on those videos, leave comments on this video. Let me know what you think of all these books, you know, the selection that I purchased, the prices I paid for the books and for the conditions. You know, again, let me know about the conditions. And at some point, I'm going to place another order. I need to take a break because this was a lot to go through. I literally just opened up, you know, like 6 of those individual little packages, 6 of those over the last 3 days. And between work and recording these, and now I have to go through all of them to make sure that whatever we didn't open up on the videos, I have to open up all those and make sure none of those are damaged to go through there, and then putting them in bags and boards and start cleaning and pressing and all that stuff. This is going to be a big undertaking, so I don't know when I'm going to record the next opening video. Hopefully I'll find books to order soon because, hey, it's fun. You know, so do all that stuff. I thank you for watching, and I will see you later.